It's your boy Prada from Double Pivot Sports, and today we're going to be talking about the fixtures just gone over the weekend in the Premier League. It's a good New Year for some. It's not so much of a good New Year start for the likes of, like I'd say, Liverpool, Man United. I was going to say Chelsea, but that was actually a good result. But as you know, yeah, some people started off strong, some people have started off slow. Unfortunately, my team's one of the ones that have started off slow. But the first game we're going to get into was Aston Villa 3, Nottingham Forest 1. Good 3 points for Aston Villa. That's a game they should be winning, especially the form they've been in and the form that Nottingham Forest have been in. Two lovely finishes from John McGinn. And yeah, McGinn, I like McGinn, man. He's a good captain, solid player, and he just needs more goals. I think he was saying that after he was saying in his press conference how just needs to add some more goals to his games and maybe some assists to probably get that better recognition from people like us and obviously his manager, his players himself. But that's I'd say routine win for Aston Villa. Them in the top four, I think, can they do it? I think they can do it. The likes of Liverpool and Chelsea obviously are not consistent and they've been terrible. I'd like to see them get top four, only if we're not in it. Obviously, I want to finish high as possible. I don't want to see them finish above us, obviously, but it would be good for football. It would be good for them to get into that top four. So yeah, next game is Brighton versus Burnley. Brighton at home, 2-0, comfortable win. Burnley just got played off the park. They're not there. They're going down. They're going down. Simple as that. Obviously, it's hard to go to that. It's hard ground to go to when you're playing at Burnley at Turf Moor. But other than that, they just ain't good enough to stay up. So that's just as simple as that, really. And the next game is Wolves versus West Ham. This was slightly surprising, but now on hindsight, I don't think it is surprising because West Ham have been terrible. So this game was a battle of relegation because I think both of these teams are going down. I don't think West Ham have got enough to stay up. They just disappoint week in, week out. And wouldn't mind them staying up, big club, but they're just not good enough. They've got some good players as well. And how would you look at it? Would West Ham, let me ask you West Ham fans a question. Would you have kept David Moyes? Because I know a lot of West Ham fans weren't happy with it, the way he was playing it, his style of play, and obviously some of the results. And he did win you that Conference Cup as well. So on hindsight, you'd probably be looking, obviously, well, be careful what you wish for. Wish we had Moyes here. But yeah, good 3 points for Wolves. Their first win of the league so far, first win of the season. They'll be happy. They have been getting better. They've had hard fixtures. Every fixture is going to be a hard fixture for them. But I'm just talking about the likes of Arsenal and Liverpool and really giving us a bit of a test. So yeah, they're going to be happy with that. And fair play to them. Last game on the Saturday was Bournemouth versus Arsenal. It's strong, isn't it? This is a tough game. That's the tough place to go to. And they dealt with it. Even though they conceded quite early with a mistake by Gabriel, guess what? His character. And the thing is, I said this as well. I said that because I bet you he's going to score. I thought it would have been a header, because I bet you he's going to score. He's done it before. Seen him do it before. Come back, made up for his mistake, and his team go on and win. Declan Rice, a nice brace, especially the second one. I think it was Odegaard, slipped the ball into Saka, slips it back. Declan Rice, bottom corner. And also Noddy Manueke started that game as well. So Saka was rested. And yeah, so I'm still looking strong, especially they've got Big Gabby back now. And yeah, they're annoying me. They're pissing me off. But hey, they're just doing what they have to do. So can't try and hate on it too much. So the games from yesterday, Leeds versus Manchester United. Well, Manchester United will be disappointed, but if I'm honest with you, that's a hard fixture. The way they're playing, the way they do play, and as we know, as this morning, Amrin has got the sack, probably due to that result and instance few back and forths behind closed doors, and obviously the results since he's been there, because his win record and loss record is just atrocious. And I think, if I'm honest, he deserves to be sacked. Did I want him to be sacked? No, I didn't. I wanted him to stay there as long as possible. But Leeds, that's a rivalry game for them. For those that you don't know, because obviously Leeds have been up and down, mainly in the Championship, but that's a massive game for them. That's a game they wanted, and both teams would have wanted to win. And yeah, Man United didn't capitalise on it, and Leeds did. They've been on good form, and fair play to them. I see them staying up. So Leeds are going to stay up. I think they're definitely going to stay up. Next game, Everton versus Brentford. If I'm honest, like I've said before, for those of that who watch my contents, I've said Everton's just that team. Like, say it all the time. You expect them to win, even though it's a tough game. Like, Brentford ain't no slouch, but just getting bopped 4-2 at home. Can't be doing that, man. Can't be doing that. You've got your new fancy stadium and that. And it's just looks, you just don't look, they just don't look the part, man. They don't look like the Everton. That, they should be doing like, they should be looking at teams like Aston Villa, Tottenham, around that level, but Tottenham ain't doing too well. And obviously, Aston Villa are flying. So maybe Aston Villa's a bit too much for me to ask of them. But they just probably need to stay in the league. I think they will anyway. So I think they'll stay in the league easy. Yeah, and Thiago, man, hat trick. He's a good player, man. He's going to get sold. Brentford and their forwards, boy. Brentford produce good forwards. I don't know who their scouting team is. I'm not too sure, but they're probably going to get snapped up soon as well because Spangler hat trick. Not sure how many goals he's on now, but they did say that was his first goal since November. Well, the hat trick first goal since November. I was a bit shocked because I thought he scored the other week, but he didn't. But yeah, man, he's a beast. He's looking like Super Saiyan territory at the minute. So big up him. I'm a fan of him for the moment. But yeah, next game, Newcastle to Crystal Palace 0. Great result for Newcastle. They needed that. They had was it 2 goals offside as well? Yeah. So I think they scored 2 offside goals. There was the better team. Crystal Palace lacked intensity. They're just up and down at the minute. They're just up and down. You don't know what Crystal Palace you're going to get. Sure, unless they're playing against Liverpool, because they beat us 3 times this year. So massive result for Newcastle. Can they push into them European places this season? Let's see. Next game is Tottenham Hotspur versus Sunderland. 1-1. Yeah, Tottenham had a few chances, missed some. They're quite boring to watch. As you know, not a good result for them. Good result for Sunderland. They've been flying this season. For obviously a promoted side, they're doing very well. And that's a good result for Sunderland, not for Tottenham. Thomas Frank's got to sort it out. I don't know when some of his key players are coming back, but I feel like he needs them fast to see what he can do with them when they come back, because they're going to be disappointed. They're going to be wanting to get into Europe as well. So, yeah, the next game is Fulham versus Liverpool. I'm not going to talk too much on that game because I've done a match reaction, so I'd like you to check that out. But just know that I wasn't happy and someone wants their manager out. So go and check that out, please. And the last game for yesterday was Manchester City versus Chelsea. Yeah, great point for Chelsea. Not so much a great point for City. Obviously, they're 6 points behind Arsenal now. And that game was a banker. Literally everyone thought they'd win that. I thought they'd win that, especially Chelsea's manager being sacked. They had key players out as well. And just missed chances. Shirky and Foden didn't play well. Haaland hitting the post, but yeah, it just wasn't good enough. And Chelsea nicked it in the dying minutes of the game. And there you go, that's football for you. But hopefully that might give Chelsea a lift, plus like new manager bounce. So we'll see what Chelsea are going to do in these next coming games as well and see how they finish in the season. But that's your weekend roundup for today. And Super Saiyan time. Who's my Super Saiyan of the week? I think I might have to go Thiago Brentford, you know. There you go, Thiago. I didn't go into the Fulham game because obviously, like I said, but Harrison Reed. I was thinking maybe Harrison Reed was talking to my boy, shout out AP, talking to him about it. He could get it just for that moment. And that was definitely goal of the weekend, arguably goal of the season. So I could maybe give it to him just for that amazing goal. Alisson couldn't get nowhere near it. But I think I'm going to give it to Thiago, man. Give it to Thiago. And my Yumptures of the week, right? My Yumpture of the week. I think I'll just probably, should I give it to City? No, I'm going to give it to West Ham, man. They shouldn't be getting battered like that by Wolves. And they need to sort it out. They're just terrible. So West Ham is my Yumpture of the week. And Thiago is my Super Saiyan of the week. Honourable shout outs. Declan Rice could have got it. McGinn could have got it. Aston Villa. As I said, Harrison Reed could have got it. But hey, that's it, man. But anyways, it's your boy Prada. We'll probably catch you tomorrow, Wednesday. We're gonna do a match preview. We've got Arsenal at the Emirates on Thursday night. So make sure you tune in, make sure you like, subscribe, share, all of that good stuff. It's your boy Prada, and I'm out.